The easiest way to get your cholesterol down is to watch what you eat.
Meet Dr. Michael Ellsworth Wareham, a renowned American cardiothoracic surgeon who lived to be 104 years old. Throughout his impressive career, Dr. Wareham performed over 12,000 surgeries and continued mentoring younger surgeons well into his 90s. In this video, we'll share expert insights from Dr. Wareham about the 5 worst foods that can destroy your heart. These foods not only damage your heart health, but also affect your brain and other vital organs. As you continue watching, you'll learn what to avoid to protect your heart and improve your overall health. But that's not all. In addition to revealing the 5 worst foods for your heart, we'll also explore 5 heart-healthy diets that can boost your well-being. So be sure to stick around until the end so you don't miss any valuable information. Before we dive into the list, did you know that heart disease is still one of the leading causes of death worldwide? Factors like genetics play a role, but diet is often one of the biggest contributors to heart-related conditions. The wrong foods can clog your arteries, raise blood pressure, and gradually damage the heart without you even realizing it. So, what are these foods? Well, they're common in our daily diets, and we hardly give them a second thought. Let's take a closer look at the 5 worst foods harming your heart, so you can start making changes before it's too late. The first heart-damaging food Dr. Wareham talked about is processed oils.
Processed oils, including those found in fried foods and many packaged snacks, are often highly refined and stripped of their natural nutrients.
Processed oils, especially those high in trans fats, are found in many of the foods we eat every day, and it's easy to overlook just how harmful they can be to your heart. These oils are commonly used in fried foods, fast food, and packaged snacks because they extend shelf life and add a crunchy texture to foods. However, during the production process, these oils lose their natural nutrients, leaving behind harmful substances that can damage your heart over time. In a world dominated by convenience foods, processed oils have quietly slipped into our diets at a significant cost to our health. One of the worst offenders is trans fats, which are artificially created through a process called hydrogenation. Trans fats raise bad cholesterol while lowering good cholesterol, putting your heart at greater risk. Over time, this imbalance causes a buildup of fatty deposits, known as plaque, which clogs the arteries and restricts blood flow. According to the World Health Organization, trans fats from processed oils contribute to over 500,000 deaths each year from coronary heart disease. Here's the catch. Processed oils contain a higher ratio of omega-6 fatty acids compared to omega-3s, and this imbalance is harmful to heart health. What makes it worse is that these oils are often mislabeled. Even if a product claims to have 0 grams of trans fats, it can still legally contain up to 0.5 grams per serving. That small amount adds up quickly, especially if you regularly consume foods with processed oils. A study by Harvard Health reports that even small amounts of trans fats increase the risk of heart disease by 23%. Similarly, processed oils also cause inflammation and stiffen the arteries, making it harder for your heart to pump blood, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes. This slow, silent damage builds up over time until, one day, the heart can no longer handle the strain. Dr. Wareham recommends cutting out processed oils and choosing healthier options like avocado or olive oil, which offer natural and nutritious fats. While processed oils might be convenient, their impact on your health isn't worth the risk. By making this simple switch, you can significantly lower your chances of heart disease. Now that we've discussed the risks of processed oils, let's explore another hidden threat to heart health. But before we continue, please note that this content is for informational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet or taking new supplements. The next heart-damaging culprit Dr. Wareham highlights is sugar. Sugar is found everywhere, from obvious sources like sweets and sodas to hidden sugars in sauces and breads. Many people enjoy sugary treats without considering the consequences, but excessive sugar intake can silently harm the heart in ways you might not expect.
Excessive sugar intake is also linked to obesity, inflammation, and insulin resistance, all of which increase the risk of other dangerous diseases.
Here's how it works. When sugar enters the bloodstream, it triggers a spike in the blood glucose level, forcing the body to release more insulin to manage the situation. This constant cycle eventually leads to insulin resistance, a condition that is closely tied to type 2 diabetes. Research published by Harvard Health shows that high sugar consumption increases the risk of heart disease, contributing to conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, and inflammation in the blood vessels. A Harvard study also revealed that people who consume 17 to 21% of their daily calories from added sugars had a 38% higher risk of dying from cardiovascular disease compared to those who keep their intake to 8% or less. So be sure to protect your heart by cutting back on high sugar consumption, as the damage that excessive sugar intake can inflict on your heart health cannot be overstated. Now let's shift our focus to the next diet that is as dangerous as sugar to your heart, if not worse. But before proceed, if you're looking to dive deeper into how diet can protect your heart and boost your overall health, be sure to subscribe to the QuickTime newsletter linked below. Each week we share expert-backed tips, delicious recipes, and actionable steps to help you live longer and feel your best, delivered right to your inbox. The next heart-damaging food is saturated fats. Saturated fats, commonly found in fatty cuts of meat, butter, cheese, and full-fat dairy products, are another group of foods that can harm the heart. While these fats have long been linked to heart problems, many people are unaware of the significant damage they may be causing internally.
One significant concern is their role in promoting insulin resistance, a condition where the body's cells become less responsive to insulin.
Saturated fats are a major contributor to high cholesterol levels, as they increase the amount of bad cholesterol in the bloodstream, which can lead to a buildup in the arteries over time, ultimately resulting in atherosclerosis or clogged arteries. The American Heart Association recommends limiting saturated fat intake to less than 6% of daily calories to lower the risk of heart disease. Since saturated fats contribute to plaque buildup in the arteries, they equally increase the likelihood of heart attacks or strokes. Additionally, saturated fats trigger inflammation, which narrows and stiffens the arteries. Hardened arteries restrict blood flow to the heart, potentially leading to chest pain, heart failure, or even sudden cardiac arrest. Saturated fats are equally linked to insulin resistance, a condition where the body struggles to use insulin properly, causing the blood sugar level to rise. Research published by the National Institute of Health highlights that diets high in saturated fats can impair insulin sensitivity, raising the risk of type 2 diabetes. This is a double threat to heart health because insulin resistance and high blood sugar levels contribute to cardiovascular disease. Dr. Wareham advocates for healthier fats found in avocados, seeds, and nuts. By reducing saturated fat consumption and choosing these healthier options, you can significantly enhance your heart health. Dairy products are another group of foods that Dr. Wareham identifies as potentially harmful to heart health.
The vegetable-based diet was the healthy way to go, and as much as possible, we keep away from the animal products.
Dairy products like whole milk, butter, and cheese are staples in many diets, but they can pose a serious threat to heart health. While some dairy is essential for calcium, excessive consumption of full-fat dairy can significantly harm the heart. The problem with full-fat dairy lies in its high saturated fat content, which carries the same heart risks as fatty meats. When we consume full-fat dairy products, saturated fat increases levels of bad cholesterol, leading to plaque buildup and, ultimately, atherosclerosis. This eventually reduces blood flow to the heart, raising the risk of heart attacks and strokes. However, that's not the only concern. A study posted in the National Library of Medicine suggests the link between diets high in full-fat dairy products with cardiovascular problems due to cholesterol buildup. Here's how it works. Dairy products like milk contain a protein called casein, which can trigger inflammatory responses in some individuals. Chronic inflammation can damage blood vessels, complicating heart function. Moreover, full-fat dairy products are often high in calories, which can contribute to obesity, a significant risk factor for heart disease.
The potential long-term risks far outweigh the short-term benefits, and by avoiding dairy, you maintain a heart-healthy diet with ample calcium from plant sources such as leafy greens, beans, peas, lentils, and so on.
The alarming concern lies in the long-term effects of dairy products on heart health. To protect your heart, Dr. Wareham suggests switching to low-fat or plant-based alternatives to reduce your intake of harmful dairy products. Now that we've revealed the risks associated with dairy, let's turn our attention to another often overlooked dietary element that poses a significant threat to the heart: salt. There's no doubt that salt is essential for the body, but it should be consumed in smaller amounts, especially table salt. This is because excessive salt intake can wreak havoc on the heart and other organs. Nowadays, many diets are loaded with sodium, which is primarily found in processed foods, snacks, and fast foods, making it easy to exceed the daily recommended intake without even realizing it. The World Health Organization recommends a daily salt intake of no more than 1 teaspoon, yet many people consume double or even triple that amount. And one of the organs that pay the price for this overindulgence is the heart.
High salt intake causes the body to retain water, which increases blood volume and puts extra pressure on the heart and blood vessels.
This is how it works. Heavy salt intake raises blood pressure, which is a major risk factor for heart disease. When sodium levels are high, the body retains more water to compensate, increasing the volume of blood that the heart must pump. This results in higher blood pressure, which puts additional strain on the heart, arteries, and kidneys. Research published by ScienceDirect, a leading scientific research website, reports that individuals who consume excess salt are at a greater risk of developing cardiovascular disease and strokes by 17% and 23% respectively. But the damage doesn't stop there. The kidneys, which are responsible for filtering out excess salt, are significantly affected by high salt intake. Excessive salt can damage the kidneys, impairing their ability to filter sodium and other waste from the blood, leading to a condition known as hypernatremia. In fact, too much salt has been linked to osteoporosis, as it causes the loss of calcium through urine, weakening bones over time. Therefore, reducing your salt intake can lower your risk of these health issues and greatly support overall health. Having highlighted the dangers these 5 foods pose to the heart and overall health, it's time to introduce 5 heart-friendly foods that you should consistently include in your diet for optimal cardiovascular health. Number 5, leafy green vegetables. Leafy greens like spinach, arugula, and kale are powerhouses for heart health. They are super rich in vitamins, antioxidants, minerals, and anti-inflammatory properties that support cardiovascular function. One of their unique benefits is their high nitrate content, which helps dilate blood vessels and regulate blood flow. According to research, diets rich in leafy greens can reduce heart disease by 16%. This makes incorporating leafy greens into your meal a simple and effective way to naturally boost your heart health. Number 4, grains. Whole grains, such as oats, quinoa, and brown rice, are rich in fiber and help reduce bad cholesterol levels while improving heart function. The soluble fiber in these grains binds with cholesterol in the digestive system, preventing it from entering the bloodstream. Research published in ScienceDirect found that people who naturally consume whole grains have a 25% lower risk of heart disease. So replacing refined or processed grains with whole grains is a major step toward improving your cardiovascular health. Number 3, fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, and sardines are all types of fatty fish that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and are known for their ability to reduce inflammation and lower the risk of heart disease. According to the American Heart Association, consuming 2 servings of fatty fish each week can lower your risk of developing heart problems. Incorporating fish into your diet is a simple way to decrease triglycerides, prevent blood clots, and reduce irregular heartbeats, among many other benefits for overall health. Number 2, nuts and seeds. Almonds, chia seeds, walnuts, and flax seeds are typical examples of nuts and seeds packed with healthy fats and antioxidants that help protect the heart from damage. Regular consumption of these foods can significantly reduce the risk of developing cardiac arrest. A study by the National Lipid Association suggests that nuts and seeds contain omega-3s, which boost their ability to lower bad cholesterol while increasing good cholesterol, further supporting heart health. Therefore, snacking on a handful of nuts each day or adding seeds to your meals can support long-term heart health. Number 1. Berries. Did you know that berries, such as strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries, are rich in antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins? These compounds protect the heart by reducing inflammation and oxidative stress. A study by Harvard Health found that those who ate 3 servings of berries weekly had a lower risk of heart attack. This makes incorporating berries into your diet an easy and delicious way to protect your heart and keep it healthy. We've explored the 5 worst foods that are dangerous to the heart and provided 5 healthy options that support cardiovascular health. However, even with the right diet, you might be missing an important piece of the puzzle when it comes to preventing other health conditions like dementia. So, click on the video showing on your screen right now to discover the worst habits that contribute to dementia. See you there.